Welcome students to the next lecture series, that is development in Drosophila. As in first lecture you have studied the cleavage and gastrulation and up to the body segmentation. As I have told you earlier that the segmentation in case of Drosophila is not so simple. All this process is controlled by certain genes: maternal genes, pair rule genes, gap genes, and segmental genes. These are the genes which control total development of the Drosophila, to which we call the molecular basis of development in case of Drosophila. So let's start. As you know, Drosophila is a dipteran fly and it shows holometabolous type of metamorphosis, that all the stages of the development are quite different from the adult, that is holometabolous type of metamorphosis. And usually this fly is found on the rotten fruits and feeds on the bacteria and fungi grown on this. Development in case of Drosophila starts from ventral blastoderm, that is the marginal cells when they attach to the margins and they forms a germ band at the ventral portions. The role of the maternal genes to define the axis of the embryo, anterior and posterior, and dorsal and ventral sides. So this ventral blastoderm, or to which we are calling the germ band, it appears on the ventral side of the embryo and anterior and posterior axis. The process of germ band extension pushes the posterior end over the dorsal side. Here you can understand by this diagram, this is the embryo egg of the Drosophila, and at the posterior side there are the few cells. They migrate towards the anterior side, as a result of which this egg or embryo is being curved. And a germ band, this is here a germ band is formed, that is the somewhat demarcations of the germ band, and this is the main reason of the development for of the Drosophila into the adult forms. So it starts from the posterior sides. There are 14 segments in case of Drosophila. 3 forms the mouth region, 3 thoracics, and 8 are the abdominals. However, each segment forms the specific organs. The genes that control development in Drosophila are very similar to those that control development in the vertebrates. Hence, this fruit fly is very important genetically to understand the development in case of higher vertebrates also. So, Drosophila is the best example for studying the development. The unfertilized egg of the Drosophila contains 2 localized messenger RNAs known as bicoid in the anterior region and Oscar at the posterior region. Here I have drawn a diagram. You can understand this is the macropyle region, this is the anterior A, and I have shown the posterior region. So at the anterior region, the messenger RNA, that is a protein kind of protein, that is bicoid gene, is found, and at the posterior region, that is Oscar region, where the Oscar protein is found. The maternal gene products, basically they are the messenger RNAs, are the proteins which are expressed during the oogenesis. They are before the fertilization. So the zygotic genes, they appear after the fertilization in the embryo. About 50 maternal genes set up the anterior and posterior axis of an egg here, and the dorsal and ventral side. This is the dorsal side, and this is the ventral side of the egg, you can see here. Now, what is bicoid? Bicoid is a sequenced protein which is formed in the egg during the process of oogenesis, or you may call them the egg polarity genes. These genes are specially, they define the axis of the embryo, which one is anterior and which one is posterior. If any deformity occurs in these genes, then there may be a chance of duplication or any deformity in the formation of embryo. Bicoid, they set up, as I have told you the earlier, anterior and posterior axis. dorsal and ventral regions, and after fertilizations, the messenger RNAs translate and a concentration gradient is formed along the anterior and posterior axis. That is, bicoid is the first evidence of morphogen gradients in case of Drosophila melanogaster. Now gradients, what are gradients? Gradients are nothing. There are certain types of proteins which determines the posterior and dorsal ventral axis in case of embryo. Bicoid protein as well as the products of other egg polarity genes are transcription factors which regulates the expression of some genes during embryogenesis. Once the embryo forms the axis and dorsal and ventral sides, then few other genes they activate, that is pair rule genes, and they after the pair rule genes another type of genes, that is the segment polarity genes, they activates and finally lead to the development of Drosophila. Now what are gap genes? Maternal genes, these are the genes which are found in the embryo, in the egg during the process of oogenesis before the fertilizations, and another are the zygotic genes, that is the pair rule genes, gap genes and the segmental genes which appears in the embryo after the fertilizations. So the gap genes are responsible for the basic subdivisions along the embryos, that is anterior and posterior axis, and mutations in these genes cause the gaps in the animal segmentation. Each gap gene is necessary for development of a section in insects. So gap genes, they encode for certain proteins which activates the pair rule genes. Few examples of the gap genes are the nymphs, cripple and hunchbacks. These are certain type of gap genes. Or you may call them, they are certain proteins factors which transcribes and translates for the further activities. Now what are pair rule genes? You may define them that they define the patterns of segmentations in the formation of an fruit fly. And if any mutations occur in the pair rule genes, then there will be some deformity in the formation of the adult fly. Now the next type of genes are segment polarity genes. Segment polarity genes set the anterior and posterior axis. Or another way you can say them that these are the genes which specify the tissue pattern in each and every segment. Which one is anterior and which one is posterior axis of that segment, and that is the main role of the segment polarity genes. Now another master genes are homeotic genes. You may call them the master regulatory genes, which specify the types of appendages and other structures that each segment will form. Most homeotic genes, they codes for transcription factor proteins. Hence they are known as Hox gene. That is the interior total polarity genes of the during the development of the Drosophila. And Hox genes are also found in higher vertebrates also. These Hox genes, they contain 180 nucleotides and 60 amino acids. If any mutation occurs in the homeotic genes or the master genes, then certainly some deformity will appear in the adult fly. Homeotic gene products are transcription factors which control the expression of genes. Hence they are known as master regulatory genes. And these genes are responsible for specific anatomical structures. Where the antenna is to be formed, where are the legs to be formed, where is the mouth is to be formed, and so on. Hence they are known as master regulatory genes. Here are the hierarchy of the genes. First is maternal genes, which are found during the in the unfertilized egg, right? The next is segmentation genes of the embryo. Segmentation genes are the gap genes, pair rule genes, and segment polarity genes. And next final gene is the homeotic gene, that is the master regulatory genes. Except these, there are certain other genes are also found in the embryo. But these genes are basically the important. Maternals, I have told you, bicoid and the Oscars and the nanos genes. These are the few important genes which are maternal genes which are found in before the fertilization. And these genes are the zygotic genes which after the fertilization appears in the eggs. Another by this next slide you can understand very well. These are the zygotic genes. These are the maternal genes which are found in the egg before fertilization or during the process of oogenesis. These genes are the Oscar genes and the nanos genes. And boycott genes, they are also maternal genes, but after fertilization they transcribe into to the messenger RNA and they form the bicoid proteins. And collectively these bicoid proteins, and which earlier present as nanoproteins, they both they stimulates the hunchback proteins, that is a part of the Hox genes, which activates or promotes the repression of abdominal genes and transcription of the thoracic and head genes, as a result of which total segments of the body are defined and they are being activated, which organ they have to form. Now we are coming to the next summary of this total development. In the earliest stage, the dorsoventral and anterior-posterior axis of the embryo are established. By which genes? By the maternal effect genes. And what are these maternal effect? There are the two genes, that is bicoid genes and the nano genes. The next step is that oval embryo undergoes a series of 3 sequential steps that results in the segmentation in the entire embryo. And from where it starts from the posterior region. The first step in the segmentation, under the control of which are called, that is the gap genes. This is the first step, and it subdivides the embryo into the broad regions, into the broad banding regions, that is the interior and the posterior region, and the cephalic band appears, as I have told you in earlier lecture, and the body patterns and the several body in widths. The second step is that a group of pair rule genes, that is I have told you the hierarchy, MPGS, maternal, pair, gap and segmental. So after the maternal genes, the pair rule genes, they involved in the formation of 7 pairs of stripes along the axis of the egg. Suppose this is the egg I am just drawing here, and it forms the several axes in the bands in the egg. So this is the role of the pair rule genes. And the third step is that the segmentation in process is controlled by the segment polarity genes. What is the role of the segment polarity genes? They define the specific tissue pattern in each segment, and these genes are responsible to define the axis in each segment, which is interior part of that segment and which is the posterior, which is the dorsal side of that segment, and which is the ventral side of that segment. This is the main function of the segment polarity genes. So that's all about the development in case of Drosophila. Again, by this diagrammatic pictures you can understand the development of Drosophila. This is the egg, and these are the posterior region where there's some blastoderms or germ cells are there, and these germ cells, they move forward towards the ventral axis where the germ band is against the germ band, hence the egg is being curved, right? Then this is the gap genes. The role of the gap genes, they marks the gap between the segments, or they delete the some extra body segments if appears in the body, and if any mutation occurs during these genes, then certainly the deformity will appear during the development in case of Drosophila. Now the role of pair rule genes, they pair the similar segments together and they form the several bands, several demarcations in the embryo. Here you can see. several segments. Now the segment polarity genes, the role of the segment polarity genes to define their axis, which one is dorsal and which one is ventral. So total 14 segments are formed. Out of them 3 are responsible for the head region, 3 for the thoracic regions, and next 8 are responsible for the formation of abdomen of the fruit fly. So that's all about the molecular basis. We are calling it molecular basis because there is a role of certain genes at each step. So that's all about the development of Drosophila. Thank you.